Just begin again. Forget about all previous efforts. This is the first moment of the practice. I'll see you here tomorrow for day 29 of the weekend course.
Since for the first time ever, ayaw mag-work ng app, I'm just gonna use the timer. You know what? I'll just screenshot this. I'll just use the timer feature and just focus on the breath. So I'll meditate maybe for 10 minutes because I have the time. Let's get to it. That felt like it was just 5 minutes pa lang, but I feel so much better. So, I guess that's it. My mind's too like neutral to think, explain, and discuss. But later, I'm gonna explain how I got into meditation. So, hi guys, it's Jess. So welcome to my channel. This will be my first ever video for my channel. So today I'm just gonna talk to you guys about my meditation journey. But before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I-like nyo na kahit hindi nyo pa napapanood. And let's get started. So today I'm just gonna talk about how I got into meditation, what my experience was and is like, and maybe I'm just gonna give tips on, I guess, how to start if you're interested. Hindi ko naman kayo pipilitan or what. And just to let you guys know, I'm just speaking from experience. You know, I'm sure it may not be for everyone, and iba-iba talaga yung experience ng bawat tao. Wow, Tagalog, when it comes to meditation. So I actually made notes just to make sure that I don't forget to say anything that I want to say. So first, how I got into meditation. Actually, for a long time now, siguro mga 2 or 3 years ago, it's like a part of me would want to try meditation. So I would download apps like yung Calm, Headspace, and all of these other apps, and then I would try to meditate. Pero yung usual experience ko kasi is, as soon as I start, parang nadi-distract ako, or I don't know, maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough. So after the first session, I wouldn't go back to it na. Kasi kinakalimutan ko na lang, and then I eventually delete the app. And then a few months later, maybe a year after, I would download the apps again and then try to meditate again, and then the same thing would happen. So recently, during yung whole quarantine thing, of course, now we've had a lot of more quiet time, or time to think, or time to catch up on the things we've been meaning to do. So eto na, umulit na naman yung experience ko na gusto ko na naman mag-try mag-meditate. But this time, I told myself, okay, I'm really gonna try kahit matry ko lang siya everyday for a week, just to really see kung ano nga. I mean, syempre, I had no expectations given the fact na tinatry ko lang siya once and delete, and then once and then delete. So actually, I first started, this time, I tried a different app kasi I realized na baka hindi lang talaga for me yung approach nung Headspace and ni Calm. So I tried to download, let me see. I'll just try to include screenshots here of the app or yung name ng app. I started with the app na Simple Habit. Okay, maybe useless for me to even try that. So the good thing about it is, with Simple Habit, yung meditation niya, yung duration is just around 5 minutes. So it was good for me as a person who just wanted to try it out to get into the practice of meditation. So I first started using Simple Habit, but I think after 3 or was that 5 sessions, you have to purchase the app to be able to use all of the features. So I tried to look at other apps which were recommended on YouTube and all of these different pages. And then I ended up downloading Waking Up by Sam Harris. So I'm gonna talk more about Waking Up later. I mean, yung app. So, from Simple Habit, it was really good for me kasi yung meditation niya nga is like 3 to 5 minutes lang. So, it was a really good way to kickstart yung process on meditation. I found it much simpler to do and parang mas naging madali siya for me kasi 5 minutes lang of my day. And then, so after I tried Simple Habit, since nag-end yung trial, I tried to look for another app. And then I came across nga yung Waking Up course by Sam Harris. So, actually, same din si Waking Up. Parang yung first few sessions niya is free, parang trial. And then you get to decide if you wanna fully purchase the app so you can experience all the benefits and features of the app. So I'm just gonna talk more about the app later, and I'm gonna dive into my experience of meditation. So what I noticed nung first few days of me trying to meditate was, yung first benefit that I experienced right away was, siguro nung second or third session ko pa lang, I noticed that my sleeping habits or yung quality ng sleep ko dramatically, wow. No, I mean, it really improved. Kasi during the start of this whole quarantine thing, I think my mind was really like overwhelmed because I'm so used to working, to my usual routine in Manila, and then I had to fly here to Cebu for the ECQ, and then syempre a lot of all these other things happened that caused me to become stressed about it. So maybe yun yung nag-contribute to why I wasn't sleeping as well as I should have. And then I noticed nung second or third day of meditating that yung quality of sleep ko really improved. And when I did fall asleep, like deep sleep, restful sleep, as in pagising mo parang, oh my gosh, it's a new day. Parang ganun yung feeling. So at first, I wasn't sure if it was because of the meditation or if it was because nakapag-adjust ako. But the more I tried to meditate every day, even for 5 minutes lang, I really felt like nag-improve talaga yung overall quality of sleep ko. So that's benefit number 1. So yung second benefit ko is that when it came to my work, or when it came to whatever I was doing in the moment, whether it was working out or reading a book, I noticed that I was just more focused. Like my attention was more undistracted. Parang mas may quality yung attention ko. So if may kausap ako, as in kausap ko talaga siya. Parang ganon. Like hindi yung I'm here but my mind is elsewhere. And I think the whole meditation practice really helped with that, because when you're meditating and you're trying to just, like focus on what's happening in the moment, you become more mindful of where your mind takes you. Like, you have all these thoughts from the things that you have to do, or all these things that you want to do, and things that really occupy your mind even without you trying to think about it. Kumbaga, parang dumadating lang lahat ng iba-ibang thoughts natin. But I noticed with meditation, I became more aware and more mindful of my thoughts. And yun, parang mas nagka-focus ako because I just knew that I had to be where I was. What? Who am I? But yes, I guess that's the best way to put it. I just became more focused and my attention was undistracted and undivided, high quality attention and focus. So that's benefit number 2. And then yung third benefit is that, sorry guys, medyo maingay yung dogs namin. So yung third benefit is that whenever I found myself in a stressful situation, I just became more aware of the situation. Parang I became more aware of how I could better respond to the situation instead of letting the situation control me. So let's say this is a stressful situation na naman, oh my gosh. So count ilang beses ko naman sinabi yung word na yun. Then I would be in it. Pero when I started to meditate, I was able to somehow see myself outside of that and be able to see it clearly. Kumbaga, it gave me space to really reevaluate and respond to things and situations better. So that is, I guess, benefit number 3. Yes, that's benefit number 3. Benefit number 4, so at first I used to meditate at night before I would sleep after my workout. But yun nga, since I wanted it to become a habit, I scheduled it in the morning. So I noticed that when I start my day with meditation, I become a better person. Parang mas kalmado ako, and in the morning parang I'm able to set the tone for the rest of the day. I'm able to really just have yung time for myself before letting the day take its course, or let the whatever that was planned or whatever I had to do for the day happen. So at first, when I started, parang ginajudge ko yung sarili ko na parang, oh my gosh, tama ba itong ginagawa ko? Tama ba yung breathing ko? Tama ba yung sitting position ko? Is my back straight enough? Should I not be thinking? So at first, I was very judgmental about how I was doing the process. But eventually, I learned that, you know, parang even the judgment of a situation is still a thought. So in that sense, I learned to let go and to not be so hard on myself and to not check, kung tama ba or mali. I just had to really like allow myself to go through the process. And I'm happy I did that kasi the lesson I learned through that is applicable not just in meditation but in life in general. You know, it's better to be more forgiving, lalo na with ourselves. So that is, okay, I lost count. So another thing that I find very valuable about meditation is that yung mind mo, it's what you bring with you to every situation, to every relationship, to your job, to your career, to your studies, to whatever you're handling at the present moment. So I feel like it would be beneficial if, you know, I really took the time to train my mind, to give my mind some care. Kung may skincare nga yung skin, why not also have brain care? Why not give our mind the love and attention and the care that it needs? Because our mind allows us and helps us, guides us when we make different decisions. It controls our mood. I feel like it's a very good place to start. Yun. Gets nyo na. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just more of, no matter where you are in life, whether you're trying to make a decision, you're trying to react to a certain situation, we bring our minds with us. And it's one thing that we'll bring until we die. So it's better if, you know, we really become more mindful, we really give our mind the love, care, and attention that it needs. Kumbaga, teamwork kaya ng utak mo. Parang ganun. Like, yeah. So now, we will move on to the tips on meditating. If you guys want to try it, then these are just the tips based on my experience, okay? Like, I'm not an expert or anything, nor do I claim to be an expert. So, yung first tip ko is super simple. Just try it. Kasi based on my experience, that's all it took. Parang I just had to make a conscious effort to really try it. And start with small, simple goals. So even if you start with a goal of meditating for 1 minute a day, that's a good step. That's a good move to do. And at least you don't end up pressuring yourself. I started with just 5 minutes a day because I used simple habit. And then I told myself na itatry ko lang muna for a week. Buti na lang, I became really, I allowed myself to be consistent with it. Because after that week, parang until now, it's really just become a part of my day that I really look forward to. I don't want to speak too much on my experience because I know that we will all experience different benefits, or we will all have different experiences through meditation. So my second tip would be, I noticed that for me, it became easier to stick to the habit as soon as I clearly like made a spot for it in my schedule. So before, I would just meditate like after I work out or before I sleep. But now, it's the first thing I do when I wake up. That kind of setup really worked for me because it allowed me to set my mood for the day, to set my mindset, tama! to really like organize my thoughts and just give myself the time to think, a time to prepare for the day mentally. Kumbaga, parang mini pep talk, me time ko siya sa start of the day. You know, it's like a gift to myself. Although I would also see how it would benefit people who would want to meditate at the end of the day when the day is done, kasi it also gives you a time to reflect and, you know, have a bit more of clarity, or siguro to become more calm after everything that's happened throughout the day. Number 3 tip ko, my third tip is just to let go of your expectations. So don't judge yourself. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Yun nga, parang na-explain ko sa benefits kanina. That's one thing that I really appreciate about the practice of meditation. Kasi it allowed me just to be more forgiving with myself. Alam mo yun, parang I wasn't too quick on saying na, ay, mali ka, ganito, ganyan. Because I think we all have our own process when it comes to meditation. And we will all have different experiences. So what matters is we are patient with ourselves as we try different things and beyond. Let go of your expectations and don't judge yourself. Okay, so now moving on to the apps that I used and continue to use. So like I mentioned, I started with a Simple Habit. So yung good thing about Simple Habit is I think most, if not all, of the meditations are just 5 minutes per session. And you can choose to meditate depending on what situation you're in. So alam ko may option dun if you're driving to work, or if you're about to sleep, or if you're working. So you can tell the app, like may indicate mo if you have 5, 10, or 20 minutes to meditate. And specific siya to situations. So meron pang morning, if you're taking a break, if you're on your commute, if you're walking at work, if you have a big event, if you've had a tough day, if you're, I guess, about to go to sleep, and all of these things. And alam ko meron din siyang sleep meditation. So may mga white noise if you're trying, or if you're having a hard time falling asleep. And then, so the app that I have been using since after Simple Habit is yung Waking Up. I'll just insert a screenshot here. So what I appreciated about the Waking Up app is that it has like a 50-day course that really eases you into the practice of meditation. Natatawa ako sa sarili kong hand gestures. So usually a meditation session would last like around 10 minutes lang. But the good thing about it is when you're at the last minute of your session, merong prompt that will tell you, like, in the last minute of this session, just begin again. Parang ganon. So in that moment, parang it allows you to let go of maybe, let's sabihin natin na-distract ka during the earlier part of your meditation. At least sa 1 minute na yun, you can be fully present, you can try again. It's more flexible, it's like a better way to get into the process of it. And then after mong mag-meditate, I mean after the 10 minutes are up or something like that, siguro may 1 minute or less na may very, very quick lesson lang about why meditation is important, the habits, just, it's like a very, very simple lesson. So the good thing about the Waking Up app that I appreciate is that it really like eases you into the process. So parang sometimes day 1, day 7, like you don't see the clear difference. But mas mafe-feel mo lang siya through your practice. Parang you don't realize na, oh, like this is becoming, well, I don't think it becomes easier, but it just becomes simpler, if that even makes sense. So now, actually, I have been on the Waking Up app course for 32 days na. And even ako, like, until now, I can't believe it kasi I just wanted to try meditation. So, I guess that ends today's video. So if you guys have any apps to recommend or books on meditation or anything related to that you wanna recommend to me, please do comment it down below. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!